My name is Joan Szabo. I am finally retired from a teaching career in college, and I'm happy to welcome you to my home. Probably the primary interest has always been the arts. I've always been involved with singing, dancing, performing, and also I've been a competitive athlete in my career. I've been involved with education and all of the young people in that arena, trying to help them to move forward in their life. Before I retired, I had a very good friend who was an insurance broker, and I respected his opinion very much. So I asked him if he and his wife had made any plans for long-term health care. And he told me that he was about to meet with one of the people who had an office in his building that was a broker for long-term health care. And I said, well, let's go together. And that's how I met Michael. My mother, who is now in God's arms, she was in a senior care facility, and I was there a lot, and I saw some of the things that are a part of that experience. I wanted to make sure that when it was that time in my life that I was well prepared financially. I have 2 grown children, and I wanted to make sure that their lives were not impacted in a negative way with some of the finances that are involved in that kind of lifestyle. I liked him immediately. Michael came to where I worked, and he brought with him a laptop, and what I really was looking for at that point was an overview of what some of the plans were that included what I needed and the price ranges for all of those products. Michael proceeded to present that information. I was extremely impressed with how detailed it was, how he was able to give me a broad spectrum of providers. I was able to pick out what I thought I needed for my life personally, and then Michael was able to package it, and we were in business. I don't lose any sleep at night because I know that when it's my time to go into a facility to have care that I cannot provide for myself, that I have a wonderful plan to provide for that. I believe that one of the things that makes it important for me to have peace of mind is to know that I've done what I need to do to educate myself to find what's the best solution for my needs. I think that is the thing that makes me very much at peace. I would tell them to bring a pencil and paper and be prepared to write down facts and figures and formulate the questions that they would like to ask Michael so that he can provide them with the answers that can help them to make a decision. Ultimately, I think one of Michael's greatest assets is that he really understands the product that he is presenting. And that level of confidence then enables you to go forward and make a decision. Of course, I think Michael is one of the most well-prepared and certainly one of the most persuasive representatives for a product I've seen. I've seen a lot of people do presentations in the profession that I was in, all kinds of different products, and I think Michael has the qualities in me that I see that are extremely important. He's bright, he's caring, he has the broad spectrum picture to be able to help his clients when they're in need of the services, and personally he's just wonderful to spend time with. And I know that Michael has other activities that are very humanitarian outside of the work that he does. It's a very strong recommendation to me to have a person on my team that is more than just looking at the numbers. The other thing I wanted to mention, and I would like for you to know that this was also a deciding factor. Right before I retired, I decided to have a summit to prepare myself for that experience. I've never been retired. It was like when I had a baby the first time. I wanted to get all of the facts so that I'd be able to do it well. And I wanted Michael there, I wanted my CPA there, and I wanted to have everything that I needed to help them to format that experience. Michael came out to my house with my CPA, and we went through that information. He and my CPA came up with a game plan, which I am now following, and it has served me very well. So, he's much more than just a purveyor of information about long-term health care. He really is a wonderful person, and I think if you were to work with him, you would see exactly what I mean. So, there we are. Well, I guess it would be the advice that I give my children, and that is always be prepared to take care of yourself. Whatever else happens in life, you need to make sure that you're doing your due diligence to be able to do that. Yes, we sometimes need to seek help from others along the way, but I want my children to be able to move forward and create the life that they want to live, and then to also have the ability and the flexibility to deal with some of the slings and arrows that happen to all of us along the way. Sometimes it's not pleasant, but I think if you are really willing to step up to the plate and say, okay, I'm ready to take care of myself, and then the rest of the puzzle sort of falls into place.